Good morning. I'm Rod Henricks, Product Manager for Bunting Magnetics, and welcome to the 2012 Powder Bulk Solids Show. Today we're demonstrating the very latest in metal detection technology that our company offers to the processing industry. Today we have on display the Quicktron RH07. The 07 stands for the latest upgrade in electronics available in metal detection equipment. A metal detector operates by creating an electromagnetic field inside a search head or a coil. When a piece of metal goes through that coil, it disrupts the signal, whether the material is magnetic or conductive. Complementary reject mechanics then eject the product flow and get your metal contamination out, while good product continues to flow to the next processing operation. Here we have a lab-certified test standard with a small piece of ferrous contamination in the shape of a sphere at the very end of this test probe. When I place the test probe through the coil like this, I'll disrupt the electromagnetic field. The field disruption will show up on this screen display as follows. You saw that the detector not only saw the signal, but created a reject event where a flap inside this housing switched position and redirected the flow of product. Also, with the electronics advancement, QA personnel are able to download event logs from the metal detector for their files. I will demonstrate how you can download quality log to a USB thumb drive. In this version of the detector, we have a wash-down, water-sealed housing and a waterproof connection point. I simply stick the flash drive in, I go to the Quality Manager functions, and I'm able to look at the protocol, which is basically the log of events for the metal detector. This log will tell us date and time stamped every time it saw metal, as well as any time parameters or operating systems of the metal detector were changed. Those changes may impact the performance of the detector. I then tell the computer that I want to program a thumb drive. It says it's downloaded this quality log to the drive. I remove the drive, and this becomes an integral part of my QA files. I can then reset the counter and clear the log for the next shift and make an accurate recording of the events of that time. Once I, as the quality manager, back out of the system and go back to the main screen, the detector is fully functional again. One of the other important features of the Quicktron RH07 is the fact that it's made for hygienic applications. If you'll see here on the body of the detector head, all of the edges are beveled so that it does not allow for dust accumulation. Also, in a washdown application, there's no surface for the water to accumulate and grow bacteria or mold. All of the edges are nice and softly sanded for that reason. The reject mechanic is a modified Jacobs adapter, and on the inside, you can also tell that the seam has been finely polished for a powder grade sanitary finish as well. The final advantage to this metal detector is our patented power line coil. As you will see, the search head is a small, compact design with an integrated sensing tube. This allows for us to take up less vertical height in your processing application, as well as this shields outside environmental influences which disrupt a metal detector. We can operate at a higher frequency with greater sensitivities, which in turn will find smaller particle contamination. Also on display, we have our tunnel-style metal detectors to inspect packaged or bulk items on a conveyor application. As you'll see here, we're running the same electronics package as the vertical unit I showed you earlier. You have a full color touch screen, operator interface, password protection for user levels, as well as the ability to download all the quality files to a USB flash drive. The other unique feature that we have available with this electronics package is the ability to go wireless, which so many people are looking for today. If you'll see down here behind my hand, there's the wireless transmitter right there. With the proper software and server, you can assign an IP address to each metal detector, and remotely from your laptop, you can monitor the performance of the detector as well as make minor settings changes. Let me demonstrate this one for example. Over here we have some packaged candy that we're using as an example. There's no metal inside this. It's already been inspected. As the product goes through, you'll notice on the display screen that it produces no signal. There's no metal. If I take one of my test standards, which is a piece of stainless inside this test stick, I'll lay it on my sample, and you will not only see the metal detector catch the signal, but the reject device will lower the conveyor to eject this particular bag of contaminated candy. We obviously have magnetics as part of our company name, and that's what the company was started with, permanent magnetic solutions for the processing industry. You know, examples of contamination can be screws, nuts, bolts, or metal fines from raw harvesting of materials up through production equipment breaking down. What we have on display here today is a wide variety of our separation equipment designed to get tramp metal out of the process flow. If you look over here, here's one of our pneumatic self-cleaning HFS drawers. As your product's flowing through here in a chute, it's going to come across some magnetic cartridges. You'll see that the cartridge is able to attract a bolt or a piece of ferrous contamination and retain it. With regular intervals, air cylinders operate the movement of the cartridges through a wiper plate, allowing the metal to be removed from the cartridge and evaluated for inspection. You'll see now that the cartridges are clean. Thank you for spending time in our booth today and looking at some of our equipment. All of these items, as well as footage from the show, can be found at www.buntingmagnetics.com.